Good morning, students. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Hatron Skill Center near Fountain Chowk, Nagar. Our center code is 034. I am Ankit Sharma. Students, we have been discussing cybersecurity from last day. Now, today I'll let you know that what is the demand, why there is demand of cybersecurity. So, why there is demand of cyber security? Almost everyone from this generation is living in a world where technologies are being used. On daily basis, we are using new technologies, new gadgets. So for this, who are the cyber criminals or the hackers which used to hack data information from any organization, individuals, or any institutes have a golden chances. Without cybersecurity, they have a golden chance to hack those data and informations, and the person using that organization or the managing those organizations or the personal computer, a person using his personal computer is not aware of that cyber crime or hackers because he's not easily understandable what is hacking. So for cyber criminals and hackers, it is a golden chance where we are using our data and information for our own purposes. Just because of this, we have been developed a specialized security analysis, and we are testing that how hacking works. We have been tested. After that, cybersecurity is being made. So there is lot much demand of cybersecurity. A person or any individual will not get to know that how is his data information being leaked. So for this, there is very much demand of cybersecurity. Gradually, this subject has evolved to new domain of learning and securing different technologies such as programming, web networks, servers, application, clouds, and many more areas. Cybersecurity, as we have discussed yesterday, that cybersecurity is required in cyberspace. Cyberspace contains hardware, software, networkings, your system software, and I have also told about the different sub branches of cybersecurity. That is the first one, network security. After that, system security, application securities, information security, web security, and mobile security. These are the cyber securities. So for this, we just have to make our personal computers or organizations computers, our data and information secure. To make this secure, there is a lot much demand of cyber security nowadays, and it is being used in programming, web networks, application servers, clouds, and many much areas. So now the next topic is why are security analysts in demand? Why are security analysts in demand? What are security analysts? Who analyzes cyber crimes or hacking techniques, who very well know about hacking techniques, are known as security analysts, who control or manages that cyber security application program and who manages to stop that threatening of data and information. So cyber attacks have been become a global concern as every nation is aware of the fact. Everybody knows about cyber attacks today. The person who don't know about cyber attacks is very kind of backward person. Okay, so the fact of cyber attacks have been used in daily versions. We are being using everyday cyber securities. So security analyst who will act as a cyber armies. Cyber security too needs his armies for being protective about the data and information. For this, securing systems and securing networks is being done by security analysts who ports that security and take care of that security systems and make manages and develop that security systems. So there is lot much demand of, as there is demand of cyber security, there will be demand of security analyst. Now I am describing the types of cyber attacks which are being happened. Types of cyber attacks. So cyber attacks are being used for securing any organization, comma, system, applications. Cyber attackers or cyber criminals usually attack on these things like organization systems and applications, networks, devices, peripheral devices. And the very first thing we need to know is the different ways through which cyber attacks are possible. So, possible ways of through which cyber attacks can be held are different ways through which cyber attacks are possible are so what are the possible ways or what are the types of attacks which are being used, what kind of attacks are being done. The first one is phishing. This is the attack. We will describe these attacks in details afterwards. Right now I'm just telling you about types of cybersecurity. This is the first one, then second is the man in the middle, third one is password attack, fourth one is DOS and DOS. The fifth one is malware and virus based attacks. You'll get to know some of the attacks which you have been listened, and the later on will be described in details. Okay, the next one is drive by download. Next one comes is malvertising. The last one is stealing digital privacy, like stealing digital signatures, stealing digital accounts and digital workouts, digital documents. All such things are known as stealing that digital privacies. These are the cyber attacks, types of cyber attacks. Now we'll be discussing what are the history of hacking and security professionals. The history comes from year 1970s. It has been in the year 1970, a famous researcher BBN Technologies in Cambridge named Robert Thomas produced the very first computer virus, realizing that system can roam across a network. In 1970s, the first virus was discovered by Robert Thomas, produced what the very first computer virus. So I'm now discussing about the history about hacking. Year 1970s. Okay. In year 1970s, I told you that Robert Thomas produced the very first computer virus, which can be secured in the systems and roam across a network from one source to another source. It comes to a destination, leaving a tiny trail. The virus contains that particular sentence. What it types was, "I am the creeper. Catch me if you can." This was the first sentence which the that virus wrote on every computer through which the networks came. It goes from one source to another source, one networks to another networks. In 1970s, it was made. In 1980s, T. Morris also developed a virus for computer, was called like computer worm, and for Unix systems. Then afterwards, there was the growth of antivirus. As the viruses were developed, after that antiviruses were developed. Now for that 1970s, after that 1980s, computer worms came. After that, antivirus was developed. So after developing of antiviruses, where we came, where are we now? So we are in the era which a single file infected can cause massive damage not only to the individual but also to the entire organization. In this era, if a particular virus or particular creeper, worms, any kind of virus comes, then it will not infect only that particular file or single file. It will infect all the computers of that organizations, because it moves from one networks to another. If there is any kind of organizations, so these networks are connected. Just because of connecting, we cannot stop that virus in an organizations. It will create or it will cause a massive damage not only to that particular computers but where it has been gone. As I described that it goes from one network to another network. So entire organizations, entire servers, entire satellite systems, everything can be hacked without getting detected. These are the histories I have discussed. 1970s came uh, computer virus, after that computer worms, then antivirus were developed, and now I have told where we come in this era. We can not manage that kind of viruses. Now for this, as it is history, but now in this era we have been developed cyber securities, so it is easy to control, but there is very much damage regarding that virus. So in today's class we will be discussing only this. Hope you understand. We'll be discussing elements of security in tomorrow's lecture. Thank you, student.